First team, All NBA. Who are our picks? We know three that are locks for sure. Well,
Okay,
Shea,
so
Giannis, Jokic.
yeah, let's say this. Who's our point guard? Shay, right?
yeah.
Shea,
Who's our shooting guard?
Don.
I
Hey,
got Ant.
oh, oh yeah.
I switched him
Did Ant
last
have a
second.
better
That
year
was,
than Booker outside of record?
I think you have to consider that though, right?
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not saying you.
I think that, I mean, the reason I have this person in the third slot, even though I throw someone in the first slot there, is because of record too. So I got Jason Tatum in that first slot too.
Oh,
As the
is
shooting
that
guard.
what they go by?
As my small forward.
Yeah, Tatum's my small
Wait,
forward.
wait. Is Donovan Mitchell not first team?
No, sorry.
I think as a player, Ant is more
I'm just
first
asking
team.
questions.
I know, I'm sorry. That no was pretty strong.
Wait, so y'all,
I
Ant is your shooting guard for first team.
Yes,
Is Steph
huh?
first team?
I got him. Yeah, I got him second.
I got Ant.
So Ant had
I
a better
laughed.
year.
I
Yeah,
think so. Especially given the trade and everything, it's him.
I'm not.
I think
I feel like it could be interchangeable. Do I?
so.
I don't have a reason not
I
to have first team.
look at the color tones. That red is different. That yellow, if I scroll down, is different from. I
Who's
guess I should
second on
say
your list? Is
That
that what is
Don,
that thing? Don?
Don. Yeah, I
you do
got
have him first
Don.
team
I got
Donovan.
him
because of record or because of stats.
record.
Hmm.
Okay.
That's why all of them. I mean, besides Giannis, because his year was just so dominant. Because personally, you know how I feel about Ant. He's first team all day. I think it should be Shea, Ant, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic. But how
That's
it will
exactly
be,
who I have.
I'm going by who it will be. It's going to be Shea, Don, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic.
Okay, I see. So you're going based off the media having more fatigue.
Yes,
Here's
I personally think Ant deserves to be there, but
Yeah.
I understand why Donovan will be there.
Okay. And I want to
I,
explain. Well, yeah.
I don't
These are
understand.
predictions. I'm doing like predictions. Are we not doing like what predictions are for what they're going to be, or like personals?
I'm going off of who my like. I mean, we can talk predictions, but I'm going off of who I think should be first team. And I
Mhm.
like
Okay, and
all respect to Donovan Mitchell, but like statistic wise, and granted, we know that he could put up better numbers if the
he's
team
Mhm.
got a
was
better
better.
team around him. It's like Tatum too, where it's like he could put up better stats, but he's just lead. You know, he's their de facto leader.
But
He's leading to a
also,
better season.
I guess I would feel differently if Donovan averaged 24 points, he averaged 4.5 rebounds and 5 assists. If you're going to drop in points like that, I at least want to see your assists go up. Like
Mhm.
first team in my mind, I would have loved to see that be like 7 or 8 because then the argument of you not taking as many shots means it directly translates to you assisting to other shots.
Yep.
Now, granted, we know how
Okay,
constructed. So you're
I personally, I personally did have him third team starting off.
and you moved him up because of record.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I had somebody else second team as opposed to him that I moved to third team for how I thought it was going to go. So let's say I'll go by my OG just so more ratings, more clicks. People are gonna like that. Some of these might be hot takes. I have Ant first team with Ashley, and then I had not Don because this is the second switch. I had Cade and Steph as my guards for second team.
Okay. So first team. So Gil, your first team is who?
Everybody that I said before, so Shea, Tatum, Giannis, Jokic, and the other guard is Ant
Okay. And that's your first team.
Exactly.
first. Yeah.
I was confused on my fourth, but between the three that I think it would be between, I think I would have to go Ant. If because I'm looking at stats in relation to record. So
Who's your three that it's between?
Steph,
Donovan.
and Donovan Mitchell.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna go Ant because Ant has the better statistics overall. And I think a 6 seed in the way the West was, like Minnesota could have easily been a 5 or 4 if they had one more
Yeah.
game. So I don't think like the 6 means that much. And given that outside of Donovan Mitchell being the 1 seed in the team he has, and Steph being the 7 seed now in the team they have, I'm not mad at Ant being first team. For me, if I was choosing, do I agree with you, Gail, that like prediction wise, they'll probably give it to Donovan Mitchell? I could see it. I could even see somebody giving it to Steph if they really wanted to push that. But I'm personally agreeing with you. I think Ant will be that 5th person on first team. So I'm with that.
Yep.
Second team. So then second team, you said Cade and who?
Cade and Steph.
I've got Donovan, Steph, Bron.
LeBron.
I have Brunson, even with missing some time. And then Evan Mobley.
Wait. Who was your list? It was
Donovan, Steph, Bron, Brunson, Mobley.
That's 3 guards, though, no?
That is 3 guards. Donovan can't. Donovan isn't considered a forward, is he?
No. So,
all right, take Brunson out. Who would my other forward be, though?
I had Cat.
Okay, that's cool. I can take that.
You're saying Brunson. So I think the guards up for second. You're removing Brunson, Ashley, what you're saying.
Yeah, Donovan, Steph, Ryan, Cat, Evan, Mobley.
Yeah, I have Cade,
Steph, Bron, Cat, Mobley.
Yeah.
Then I've got Cade, Steph, Bron, Mobley, Cat.
So Donovan's not second team for you?
Don got to be second team for me. He can't be third team.
You put Cade above.
I'm going with my honest now because that's where I had them originally.
I feel you. I'm just
yeah.
Like I think Don, you can't like if being 1 would have pushed him to first team for you, like he can't be third team.
I know that's where I'm going. Just like players, like this is my if I was going player for player, like Cade had I think
I'm not saying record. I mean record still matters, but to me that's where the in between of like. He has to be second team. Like those numbers are still in relation to being the number 1 seed in his conference. So I would say I would but the thing is, I'd probably go Cade instead of Steph for second team based off of stats and seeding, honestly. Like granted, the Warriors had a better overall, I think, but barely.
I'm gonna meet you there. I have to throw Don second, and I think Steph goes third.
So
I think that's fair.
So second, I got Don, I got Cade, I agree with Bron, I agree with Mobley. And if I'm not mad at Cat.
I had someone on my third team on that spot instead of Cat. And I'm compelled to say them. But then I don't think I could have both Brunson and Cat third team, respectively. One of them has to be.
If anybody's second over the other, that's why I was okay taking Brunson off of the second team. I think Cat deserves to be second more than Brunson does.
That's fair.
And I think Don and Mobley are both second team
locks.
They're both, yeah, I think that makes sense. And then, shall we go third?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. What were we gonna say though?
No, I was gonna say Cade, James Harden, and Jaren Jackson Jr. for sure. I don't know who rounds it out.
Wait, so
I think I gotta take Zubats off then. I think Jaren does make it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Actually, who's your 2 guards for second team again?
Cade and James Harden.
No, that's third. Or is this your second?
Oh, second team, Donovan and Steph.
So you for sure like both of them over Cade for second. That's
for second, absolutely. Yeah.
What's your reason?
My reasoning, Donovan, more of a factoring into his team's success and being the number 1 seed, and then Steph being Steph, so that's my reasoning. I know Cade has contributed the most to the Pistons turnaround. It's not giving second team right now for me.
That's very real. I just think Cade's stats are low key kind of slept on.
No, they are.
26 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, 9 assists per game. That's a wild stat line that like I think we respect Cade, but I think because Detroit is where
Steph
they
is Steph.
are, it was just kind of like, okay,
And
yeah,
I think, Steve, like, I know that this is for this season. All NBA team is for this particular season, but I think
Trying to be
consistency does matter. So while Cade hasn't been a scrub, since he's been in the league,
right.
this stat line I want to see translate to the next season and the next.
That's fair. I'll give you that. K is also on the running for most improved. So as much as and it's not like Cade, he's
Are we
13,
picking most
right?
improved?
So it's not like Cade's not getting the respect, right? But
Mhm.
I'm not mad at that at all. I think
Do we pick him most improved for
we,
awards?
we didn't, but honestly, I don't know who all gonna be in the running because most improved in and of itself is
Yeah,
that
that's
Let's
defined as
messy.
well.
got it. Is it probably like J Dubs, Norman Powell?
And Cade,
Can you throw Peyton Pritchard in most improved too?
you could argue that.
You could easily do that too.
And then it's the
Amen
same
Thompson.
argument. The same argument when Ja. Can you like? How is it having a top two pick as the most improved player?
Right. Like this is the
I mean,
expectation of a top two pick.
Yeah. So
Um,
what Cade is doing?
Yeah, because I mean nobody agreed when Ja got it, which is why I think it needs to be redefined because there has to be some different parameters for like how we're looking at the improvement.
Mhm.
Because you expect top picks to kind of have this gradual, sometimes drastic kind of ascension, but it's still expected that like their leaps are expected to be larger, right?
Mhm.
So I think we got to look more in the weeds of okay, like who, like I think last year when it was between like Kobe White and whoever else, like that was
Yeah.
more to me aligned kind of most improved race because it more so spoke to like, okay, these players that are a little bit under the radar, like maybe they were starting for the first time this year, whatever the case may be. So looking at things like that. But okay, so back to second team. I'm torn because
right?
13.
well, third team, I'm thinking because my second team, I had Cade, and that's why I'd asked the question. So I was thinking
Yeah.
about whether I want to flip or not. I'm not mad at really whoever falls where. Like,
Yeah.
we could
It
pick
makes sense.
15 players, and for all I give a goddamn, if them just the 15 players that make it, then we were right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's fair. I mean, if Steph is second team, that's great. We'll love to see that. I do think that makes it very interesting for this third team because you said Harden and Cade. Miguel, who was your two for a third team?
Steph and Brunson. I could see why Harden is there besides Brunson. I could easily
So
see that.
if I was to leave Don and Cade on second team and stay there, I'm struggling with guards because I'm thinking Brunson, Harden's a great pick, but also is
Steph, right? Steph.
Halliburton not an all NBA player this year?
Halliburton could easily be on this list.
But are you picking Halliburton over
I
Harden?
think Brunson and Harden. I think it's between Brunson, Harden, and Halliburton. I think that is the
Somebody's missing.
fringe.
Somebody's missing it. I don't think Brunson is going to miss.
I think Brunson makes. I think Harden misses. I think Halliburton misses this year.
Because you said who else? You said Steph third.
For my Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Two of them are gonna. Yeah, yeah. I ooh.
I think
Brunson.
Steph makes it for Harden just for namesake, and then I think Steph makes it over. Who was the last one?
What
Said
Halliburton?
Harden and Halliburton. Yeah, I think Steph makes it over namesake for him too.
Yeah, because if I'm going based off of my picks, it's Brunson and Steph at guard. Jaren.
Shanguini and J Dubs. I got to fill mine out.
Okay, yeah, Shingun, and yeah,
Dub is in there.
that rounds out mine.
Yeah. Brunson, Steph, Jaren, J Dub. Yeah, probably Shangoon.
Yeah.
Just
Rob?
looking at all of this, they just made the most sense because Houston being the second seed, somebody's got to make a team out of all of them. I think Şengün has been the most consistent out of all of their,
Yeah.
like little mini stars down there. Jaren, I had Zubats because I thought someone from the Clippers had to make it. And for those guards, I couldn't have Harden. And I thought Zubats, he's been a force all year. Like, him and Harden have been silently trudging throughout the year and got them a 5 seed this year, which I was like, I don't know how. But that's why I had Zubats over Jaren personally. But I can easily see why Jaren's on this list for defensive reasons,
So okay, so to wrap it up, let's see if this changed anything. Let's do this. So if we're going through the 15 players that should make all NBA teams, we can easily say Shea, Giannis,
Yeah.
Jokic,
Yeah.
Tate,
Yeah.
Kent,
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell,
Yeah.
Steph, Bron,
Yep.
Cat,
Yep. Cade.
Jaren,
Mobley. Huh?
Mobley, Jaren, Mobley, J-Dub,
Şengün.
Şengün, and then who you say, Ashley?
Brunson.
I said Harden, but he said Brunson.
Yeah.
I already said Brunson, didn't I? Or didn't I?
So we can add Brunson because I'm outvoted. But yeah.
So we're really all in consensus outside of that last guard.
Outside of the last guard, yeah.
And the last guard comes down to what? Brunson, Harden, and
Brunson,
And
Halliburton.
Halliburton. What the Hallie?
What the hell? Title.
I mean, I don't think you can really go wrong with either one, but I mean either one rounds out a solid best 15 players in the league this year who are eligible.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Who are eligible.
Wemby, Luka.
Yeah, you got a lot of players missed. Luka missed. I think Dame would have been an argument for like third team if he had hit the 65 games. He was top 10 in points and assists this year. Or would have been. Might still be. I don't know. But yeah.
If he well, okay. Well, yeah, because never mind.
Yeah.
I
think he was averaging it was like 25 and like 8, something like that. So decent.
Hooping.